I'm Paul.
I'm Devin.
Together, we're Dads and Dice, two dads who like to play some games during our free time.
That's right, and today we are going to be playing a game that really kind of, I guess you could say, hits close to home for me, or is kind of sentimental in a way to me, and that game is GOSU X. Now, this game is close, or touches close to home for me, because GOSU is actually one of the first kind of modern board games that I ever played, and really one of the first I ever bought, way back. I guess it was probably 10 plus years ago, and I really enjoyed the game back then. Whenever I saw that this was coming out, I told Paul, hey, we have to get it, and here we are. We have played a couple games so far, but we're going to try and do this one for you guys, so we'll go get it set up. See you in a minute. Okay, so as far as setup goes, it's honestly pretty much as simple as this. You have this board that really mostly serves as a place to hold pieces.
It's a placeholder, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what it is. You could really probably take this game on the go and not have that board, but it is nice. It has that nice
has a place for everything.
Yeah, exactly. But then the game is basically these 8 factions here, and it is a kind of war, card-driven war game, if you will, where we'll be playing cards, playing out the effects, and then ultimately having a battle, or a great battle is what they call it, at the end of each round to determine the highest strength value. Before I kind of really get into a little rundown of the game, it actually starts off with a little draft. So we were going to be drafting these factions here, and we'll each take 3. The 2 remaining factions will actually be a special rule for us that is played out over the game. And we decided beforehand, Paul is the first player, so Paul is going to draft, and then we'll go from there, and it's kind of like a snake draft between the 2 of us.
All right, so on this one, you can see these tokens underneath it, and that kind of says what that faction is good at. So I think I'm going to be taking Galmi here, and it looks like they are good at drawing cards and releasing cards.
Okay, I'm going to, let's try good old Phoenix here.
Okay. That was the other one I was kind of looking at.
All right.
So I am going to be, let's see, releasing cards. I don't really need to release other ones unless, let's see, Phoenix is good at additional turns and drawings. I knew you would have gone for that one. Of course you would have. Let's go with Gonzol.
Okay. You got Gonzol. Let me, and I'm sorry, real quick.
Yeah, it should have been 2.
I should have picked 2 there.
You're right.
We'll
go back. Well, you can take Gonzol.
I'm not going to take it from you. I'm going to take 2. I'm going to take Tomorrow here.
Okay.
Now, if you want to take Gonzol, you can. You actually will now pick 2, and I'll take the remaining.
Yeah, so I'll take Gonzol.
Okay.
And then, and I might just take Abilisha.
Okay.
Abilisha.
All right, and then I think.
Yeah, I think that works.
I'm gonna take the Zion. Okay, so these 2 decks are out of the game. We'll set them aside. These 2 actually flip over, and these will be the 2 rules in effect for us the entire game. So the first up, Justice here. Your highest open card is Ethereal. Didn't say it right and tried twice. And the Narashima, which is going to be tough because players' maximum hand size at the end of their turn is down to 5, and normally it is 7.
That's rough.
Yeah, that is super rough. So, okay, let me switch back here. And when I say switch back here, I want to mention here, we have a new camera here, which we're both super excited for. So please let us know in the comments if you like it, if you notice that it's more clear. Hopefully, that's our goal. Our goal is we're doing this for the gameplay and for you guys, and we're wanting to make that gameplay a little bit better because that's the part we care the most about, and hopefully you care the most about. Actually, hopefully you care the most
about us,
but we know the truth.
We're not that optimistic.
Yeah, you're here for the actual gameplay, right? So hopefully you can see things clearly. We have kind of played around with some transitions to be able to see everything. So hopefully all that works out. Anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to shuffle up our decks here, and how GOSU works, I kind of talked about it in the beginning of the game, but now that the draft is set and we have each got our 3 factions that make up our deck, we're going to draw 7 cards, and we're essentially going to go back and forth, taking turns, playing out cards, doing their effects, maybe doing some special effects, and try to build the biggest army. So I'm going to just kind of draw some cards here. And this will work. I hadn't done a
shuffle.
I hadn't done a full shuffle yet, but so cards are going to be broke up into level 1s, level 2s, and level 3s.
Let's zoom into your thing.
Yeah, so level 1s, level 2s, level 3s. And we're going to be forming out a 5x3 grid of the various army cards here. I think they are, the name are Troops and something in Immortals. Don't remember what the second one's called. We're going to go with Elites until somebody can prove me wrong.
Elite sounds good.
Yes. So your base layer is your troops. Those will be level 1 cards, and you'll build them out something like this here. And as I said, it is a 3x5 grid, so you can essentially have 5 of those across. Your second level is the troops, and they will go above or the second level, the elites, they'll go above your troops, and then the last level is the immortals, and they will sit right there on the top. So all troops have a strength value of 2 when it comes to your army. Middle row here, the level 2s are 3 each, and then the level 3 immortals are 5 each. And so when it comes to the end of the round, we add up our total values. So in this case, I'd have 14. We'd see what Paul has, and the winner of it gets one of these tokens here. That brings into triggering the end of the game. The end of the game is triggered whenever 2 people, or 1 person has 2 of these. So it's best 2 out of 3. There are 2 factions that have unique ways of winning the game. Mm-hmm. If those come into play, we will mention those. Actually, we both have one. Gonsul is one. Phoenix is the other. No, Phoenix is not the other. The other is Justice, so we don't have to worry about that. So actually just Gonsul. But yeah, so if we get to how that happens, we'll cover that. But whenever we're playing cards, there's kind of a couple rules to follow. When you play your first level 1 card, you just play it. It doesn't cost anything. You just straight up play it. Your second level 1 card that you play, when you play it, you're going to look to see if there's any other troop of that color. If there is not, it costs you 2 cards, so you discard 2 cards in order to play it. So then, in this case, I would discard these 2 cards here, get to play this, and then the next time I play a troop, if I played, say, this, I'm looking at that rule. I do have a pink already here, so this doesn't cost anything to play. When it comes to playing the level 2s, basically, there's 2 kind of requirements. The first is it has to be able to be played directly above a troop, and then the second is there has to be a troop of the same color in your army. So in this case, I fulfill both those roles. I'm placing it above, and there is a pink. If I, say, have played this, and then I wanted to play this, I obviously go go over here. I obviously... Whoops, I hit the wrong thing. Go over here. I obviously cannot do that because it does not have a troop directly below it. Same goes for if I wanted to play, one of my yellow troops. Don't have any yellow in there. And then Immortals, the level 3s, follow the exact same pattern there. They have to have both a... put that there. They have to have both a level 1 and level 2 of their color in play. And they have to be able to go above. So, again, this game is card-driven, and there's a lot of keywords, and honestly...
A lot of nuance.
Yeah, there's a lot of nuances. We're going to probably have to reference... They have a couple-page glossary that's pretty good. Everything's there. We're probably going to have to reference it a couple times because we're not experts. We played only a handful of times. But one thing I will say is a rule to kind of definitely know is talking about open cards. So there are things that refer to various open cards. So there are things that refer to various open cards. Open cards means a card that has nothing to the right of it and above it. So if I were looking at my army here, then I have 2 open cards. This one has nothing to the right of it and nothing above it, right? And this one has nothing to the right of it and nothing above it, right? If you look at this one, there is something to the right of it, so it's not open. If I were to remove, say, this completely, then now I have 3 open cards, right? And so it is important when it comes to being able to destroy cards and things like that. But yeah, we'll kind of really just get into that as we go. We have these activation tokens. They're going to kind of work in 2 different ways. The first way is you can always spend them to draw more cards. You can spend 1 to draw 1 more card, or you can spend 2 to draw 3 more cards. The other way they are used is certain cards will have an icon like this. So if you place an activation token on your turn on there, you will get to then do its effect essentially a second time, possibly a third time with some other cards. I guess that actually brings up the activation tokens. We start with 2, and we have the potential to gain an additional 2. And if either of us were ever to gain a 5th, right, have our max of 4 and need to gain a 5th, that actually triggers an immediate win for the game. Forgot about that one. So we'll just go back and forth taking turns until somebody passes. At that point, the other player has 3 moves that they can do, and then we
do our great battle.
Yeah, do our great war, or great battle. You're right, it is a great battle, not a great war.
Yeah, we've got multiple battles to win the war.
We do our great battle, see who wins. So I think shuffled. We are going to start with 7.
7, and then at the end of our turn, we can only have 5.
Yes. That's
a little bit harder there. That is a very hard one to do. All right. So I drafted first. Or how are we going to do this? You want to go first? Rock, paper, scissors?
I go first. You drafted first. Okay. You are first.
All right.
And I'm going to set this. And let's see. I'm going to place stuff here. Yeah, that should work. Okay.
All right, so I think we're ready to go, right?
Yes.
All right, so funny, all of these names are so hard to pronounce.
Yes.
So we're going to be butchering them. Yes. I'm going to be butchering them. Devin's going to be butchering them.
Yes.
Laugh at us in the comments.
Many times.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and play Buntu, all right? And Buntu, he's going to go right here, and he is Wondrous. So I'm going to take this Wondrous token.
All right.
All right, I'm going to put it here. And I get to choose a level, reveal the top 4 cards of my deck, add all cards of that level to your hand, and put the rest into the discard. Now, what's really unfortunate is only 5 card hand.
After you do this, you can only go down to... or have to have 5.
Yeah, so... Oh, man. Okay, well, I'm going to say level 1. So I'm going to do 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to keep any level 1s that I have. So there's a level 1. And then these will be discard. All right. And then just to clarify, Wondrous allows me to...
So Wondrous, whenever you do your... let's say you are now going to play a red card next, and you'd have to discard 2. You can discard this token in order to only discard 1.
Okay.
The second thing it does is it is the tiebreaker for a great battle. Whoever holds that is the winner in the event of a tie.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to discard 2 cards.
And the last one, over to the left is the shift cost to completely change the card. It will reduce the cost of that.
Okay. And I'm discarding these 2 cards from my hand. They go to my discard. All right.
Over to me.
Over to you.
Well, I'm doing something crazy because...
Because that's kind of what we have right now.
Yeah, because that is what we have. So I am playing here, and he has the same keywords text activation slot as its mirror card, and the mirror card is the one in the exact same spot, the army. So that is Paul's. So
Buntu.
I actually am going to do the same thing. Now I decide if I want level 1s or level 2s. I think I'm going to decide level 1s.
So is yours Wondrous also? It says keywords, right?
Yeah.
So I believe that is the keyword.
Yeah, so I will get the Wondrous.
So you get the Wondrous.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Why did I remind you? You don't need any help.
Level 1s. Well, I got 2. I'll discard these guys away. I'll just
Right.
discard way up there. Okay, this goes into my hand.
I'll put my discard here, too.
3, 4, and... And 1, 2, 3. Oh, my goodness.
I know, that is rough to just have a hand of 5.
Okay, I'm going to hold those 2 for sure. I think I'm going to hold these 2 for sure. Which means this is getting discarded. 2 level 3s being discarded because I have to.
Yeah.
I have to do that. So over to you.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna. Man, I really don't like this. So now I don't have Wondrous anymore, right? I do have to discard cards.
Yeah. Well, yes, it would be. It's discarding 1 less, but yes, you do
Okay.
not have it.
All right. Well, we're gonna play a bombing unit here.
Bombing unit.
This is kind of dumb.
Up here.
Yeah, that's good.
Perfect.
There you go. All right, so I'm going to play the bombing unit, if you want to zoom in there. And for the bombing unit, says... Oh, I have to discard 2 first of all, so these 2 will be discarded. The bombing unit says, each player sacrifices 1 of their open cards. If you have a battle token, which none of us do, you may resolve this effect an additional time. So both of us are going to discard 1.
Okay.
So...
Okay, so
this is an interesting game so far.
Yep, back to the.
Now, do you still have Wondrous?
Yes.
Okay.
So this is getting it.
You're getting
playing
it.
a
Okay.
Wondrous card gets it.
Okay. You about to do again?
No. I'm going to play the Grave Robber here.
Okay.
I can add a card from my hand to my hand from a discard pile with the name of my choice.
Okay.
I'm going to choose... Yeah, we're going to do that.
All right. Well, you might like this, but I'm going to play Buntu again.
Okay.
I have another one.
Yeah.
So I'm going to gain wonders. And then I'm going to get 4 cards, and I'm going to say level 1. 2, 3, 4.
They're all level 1s.
Nice. And I'm at 5.
Okay.
Sweet.
I think I am going to play at again. Yep, I'll take the Wondrous, and I am going to say level 2.
Okay.
So, none are level 2.
Well, that blows.
Yep. I at least wanted 1. That was really kind of my hope. That's okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right. I'm going to play... Man, I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play Noble, and Noble is Wondrous, and I may swap 2 cards at the same level in your army. So I'll just. Oh, let's see. I want this one here. There we go.
Okay.
And then for each card of the Galmi clan in this column, which there's 1, I can draw a card. So I draw 1 card.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I am going to play Neo here. Neo lets me draw 3 cards. And then I'm going to set this up here. And then discard 3 cards.
Nice.
2, 3. And I'm going to discard 1. 2. 3.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep. Okay. So since I have Wondrous, I only discard 1 card to play a different color. So I will get.
Now that will be spending the Wondrous token.
Yeah, that's
But
fine.
yes.
So that one gets rid of a Bolgo. That goes away. And then I'm going to play Guardians of the Night. And this is a secret shift, which is another keyword.
Yep. So what that means is if you shift,
Mm-hmm.
you can shift and you can take one of these cards.
And then when this card is captured, you must discard a card from your hand. So that is it there.
Okay. I think I am going to... I'm going to activate at which is the same as your Buntu.
Mm-hmm.
And I will reveal top cards. I'm going to choose level 1.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. And it is 2 of them.
Nice.
So those come to my hand. Okay.
All right. Well, I'm going to be doing similar thing here. I'll use this one. And I'll draw 4. And I'm going to say level 2. And none of them. Terrible.
I feel that pain.
Yep. Okay. All right, back to you.
Okay. couple options here now. I'm gonna discard 2 cards. Yeah, I'm gonna discard 2 cards to play. Mariana, and I draw X cards, and X is the amount of activation tokens, so it will be
So you got
2
of them.
cards. Okay.
All right, I'm going to actually secret shift this one here. So I'll discard these 2 cards. And let me see. Pretty sure I want this Demon Guardian here. So whenever you secret shift, also, you do not have to discard the card. Or whenever you shift, you don't discard the cards because you did discard them, right? If it's a different color.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it is a way of getting a color into your deck or your army.
So now I get to do this action.
Yes.
And you may swap any 2 cards of the same level in any army.
Yes.
And then destroy an open level 1 card. So I'm going to... I'm going to switch this one with your at because it's in any army. Right?
And then you'd be
Or my
switching to
army.
in your army or my army. We can't switch cards.
Okay. I thought for any army, that's what that meant. Okay. Well, then let's just switch these 2.
Okay.
No
And
reason.
then you destroy a level
And then I'll
1.
destroy a level 1 open one, which is that one for you.
Okay. Well, that makes it harder. All right, so I'm going to play easy.
Easy.
You may remove a card in your discard pile from the game. If you do, you draw 1 card. I'm going to remove... I have a card. Nei.
Neat.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Neat. When any player removes it from the game, they draw 1 card. So,
okay.
I'll remove it from the game. I get 1 card for removing it with this, 1 card because it's being removed. So 2.
2 cards.
And then this has echo, so I can technically do it again.
Can.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think I want
here
to.
to.
I don't think that I want to. I will. I'll just go ahead and remove this Dancing Dragon. I'll draw 1 more. And then I will have to discard. Okay, we'll do that. Okay.
Alright, what are you at? You're at 10 strength.
Yes.
Yeah, 2, 4, 6. So I was just looking up veteran, and that's just putting this on there.
Yeah.
And then you flip it over, and the military strength is worth 2 at the end if it's still there. So, unfortunately, I need to use it for something else.
And it's also, to be clear, not just putting it there. It's when you do this activation. So, like,
when you
do
activate
the ability,
the
it will
veteran
get
one,
the double the thing.
Yeah. But I need cards. Because I don't want to pass yet.
Well, and you have this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So technically, you can't pass
until
until you
something.
get rid of your activation token.
So I'll do bun 2s. And we're going to say level 2s.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. Got 1. Okay.
And thankfully, it's a color you have.
And it's a color that I have, yes.
Okay. going to...
Yours don't really capture much, huh?
Yeah, it looks like basically I got some yellow cards that do, but...
Looks like mine are the ones that capture.
Yeah, you have quite a few ways of
Quite
capturing.
a few ways of capturing, yeah.
Let's discard 2 to play Squeeze. Squeeze.
Yoda.
Yeah, Yoda. I reveal the top 3. I put 1 in my hand, 1 on top of my deck, 1 on bottom. I'm going to put this timer in my hand. Arepa here. It was all level 1 blues.
I think, if I remember right, Timer and Arepa work together.
They do.
So, okay. I'm going to play Alpha. And he's going to capture any level 1 or level 2 card. I'm going to capture...
Now, you really only have one option. Justice is causing our highest
one is
open
ethereal.
one to be ethereal.
So
that would be for me this.
Yeah.
And that would be now for you Alpha.
So ethereal just it cannot be captured or destroyed. So we should actually have these ethereal tokens on there.
Yeah, that's a good way of doing it.
So I can't capture or destroy it. Okay. Well, I guess we'll do Neo. Oh, he's not open.
So it has to be Squeeze.
Does it have to be an open card? I don't think capturing does have
No, you're right. Capturing does not.
Capture...
Yes, you are absolutely right. Capturing does not. You can capture Neo.
So we'll capture Neo.
Okay.
Choose any card. Yep. Okay. Yeah, there you go.
Okay. I'm going to play K's. So I add all the cards named Phoenix in my discard pile and in the remove from the game area to your hand. And I know I had 2 in there. I think it was just 2. So yes, I add those to my hand.
Well, this is it for me here. So I'm playing this one. It is Wondrous. And it's just going to release all my cards. I don't have any cards to be released, so that is it there.
Okay.
Your turn, and then...
Okay, so I have 3 turns. I have 3 turns.
So just to make sure, even though I played a card, I still pass? Or is it on to you and then I pass?
Yes, you're absolutely right.
Okay.
You don't
That's
pass on the turn you play.
So you have a turn now, and then I pass. And then you get 3 more turns.
Yes. So with that said, I'm going to play Timer, where I'm going to take an extra turn after this one.
Okay.
And I'm going to do that. I'm going to play Arepa.
Yep.
Because those go together. There we go. Something like that. So Arepa is the counterpart to it. I draw a card, and then if Timer is in play, I take a turn. It's an extra turn. I'm going to play... It's tough because I know you're out of cards.
Yeah.
How much do I want to... And we're going to lose it at the end of the battle anyway. I think I'm going to go ahead and play it. I'm going to play this Phoenix here. So when this Phoenix is in play face up, it is also considered both a Reaper and Timer.
Okay.
And then, so that was 2 extra turns. Now it's on you.
Now it's on me. I pass. Now it's back to you, and you get 3 turns.
Yes.
And I believe you don't have to do all 3 of them, as you can take up to 3.
Yeah. Yes. I cannot pass until while I have an activation token. That's the only rule. While you got one, you cannot pass. I think I'm just going to play it. I'm going to play this Phoenix here. Okay. I take an extra turn after this one. That part doesn't matter. I'm going to... nowhere that lets me draw multiple cards. So I can use this to draw 1, or I could at least use this to reveal the top 3 and
pick one.
Yeah, pick one. I think this is going on the bottom because I have no yellows. Right, so that's going to go there. Release any card, copy its effect. Let's just put this in my hand and this right here.
Okay.
So that was 2 turns. Then for my last turn, I will just go ahead and play that.
Okay.
I can release this, copying its effect. So I will draw 3 and discard 3. And we're going to discard all 3 of those.
All right. And that was move 3.
Yep.
And then we just total up our scores.
Yes.
Pretty sure you got me there.
Yeah, I think so.
Pretty sure you did. I'm at 6, 10, 14.
Yep, 14, and I'm a lot more
You're
than
more
that.
than 14.
So I win the first great battle there. I take this, and then now as the victor, I have to, well, actually we will both have to, but it's me first. I have to discard half of my cards rounded up. I should have thought about that when I played 1 extra card, right? Because I had thought about it before I played that extra card. So what am I at? I'm at 10 cards, 11, so I have to discard 6 cards. They have to be open, but of course open changes as it goes. So I'm just going to make it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Wow.
It's tough, but I don't think I want to get rid of this Phoenix. Yeah, I'm not going to get rid of the Phoenix.
Okay. So now, just to clarify, you can still play a level 1 blue because you have a blue out there without discarding?
I believe I will still have to discard.
Okay.
I'll double check that while you
do the same thing.
Do the same thing.
Okay. So I have 6. I have to discard 3 of them. So Buntu, Demon Guardian, and this one here.
Yeah. Didn't have much decision. You
Yeah.
The way your
pretty much
layout
had
to do those. Okay, and then because Paul, we will now draw back up to 7 cards, and then because Paul lost the great battle, he will be the first player here. Now, I had a card left over. You cannot discard it or choose to discard it, so I have to keep it.
This
7
one is ethereal for you.
Yes. Yeah, and now it's
That's
just
it.
playing it over, but we get to at least start with a little fractions of our army. Indeed. Because remember, after this, you'll have to go down to 5. Which makes it tough.
It sure does. I'm going to play Apostles of the Night. And I do have to discard too. What was the ruling on you still do have to discard even though you have a blue?
You.
Okay.
I still have to discard. It's specifically having a troop of that color.
Okay. All right.
And a neat thing I found about this game, there's no like clear way of is it better to play all of one clan or mix it a couple clans or do all three, right? Every game really, it's based off what cards you draw.
This is capture or release a level 1 card, so I'm going to capture this one.
Okay, so Paul triggered the first bounty of the game. So if you've noticed, some of these cards have a bounty, which is these yellow bordered cards here. So how that works, if you ever capture or destroy a bounty card, you get to draw a card. So Paul will get to draw a card here.
Right, so drew mine.
So pretty good. Got to play one card and exchange it. I am going to change up what I was going to do. And remember, if you've got to go down to 5 right now.
Yes, I have 5 still.
6, 7. So I'm going to play Winds. It has Echo. I can release all cards in this row or column. So
awesome.
I'm going to release that there. Yeah, you kind of change. I do have to discard here. Let's play. Let's get rid of this one.
We are going to do Re'ab, and Re'ab is wondrous. He lets me choose up to 2 cards, because I still have my 2, from my discard pile. I get to put them on top of my deck in any chosen order. Then I get to draw a card. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. You can go ahead and do your turn.
Okay. So unfortunately, I had to get rid of my timer and a Ripia combo. But I'm going to discard 2 cards here to play another Aripia, which lets me draw 1 card.
Okay. So that was 1. Throw on top.
Actually, I'm going to discard. I'm sorry. When I discard, I'm going to discard this one and this one.
That's rough.
You got such a discard pile to go through.
I do. It's a little unfortunate. Okay.
And this is moved here.
I still need a level 1 to play a level 3 red.
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Yep, of course.
Okay. And then I get to draw one of those cards. So we'll take that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now it's back to my turn because you did your. And what did you do?
I played an
Arpia.
Arpia. Did not have the timer because I had to discard it. She died in the Great Battle.
Alright, we're going to play a bombing unit. And I do have to discard 2 cards. Actually, I'm just going to discard 1. I'm sorry. I'm going to use my Wondrous. Each player sacrifices one of their open cards. If you have a thing, you may resolve this effect in additional time. I don't have one of those, but I am going to discard this open card.
Okay.
So you have to discard an open card as well.
Yep. I do. How unfortunate. I'm going to discard this one.
Do you have timer in there somewhere?
Well, it's more the color on this one.
All right, on to you.
I'm going to play this grave robber way over here. And so I can add to my hand, add to your hand from your discard pile all the cards with the name of your choice. And I'm going to choose Phoenix again, because that seemed to work. And I think... Oh, I only have 2 because one's up here. I should have sacrificed it in the Great Battle. I wasn't thinking.
Yeah, then you would have gotten it back.
Yes, and I could have kept my timer.
Next time.
Next time.
All right,
Yep.
my turn?
Yes.
I'm going to play Solak. And capture or release a level 1 or 2 card. We will capture this one.
Okay. I'm going to play this Phoenix here.
Okay.
And it is the one that it is considered both a Repia and timer.
Okay. And so since that's the case, don't you have an extra movement?
No, that's if you're playing one of these. So like now,
okay.
I could use this.
And you have that.
And that would be considered.
Okay. Well... I'm going to capture it.
Okay.
Right.
I am going to now play... It's a bummer. These are not in the same order. But this Phoenix here. So it's Phoenix Immortal.
Mm-hmm.
It's naturally ethereal,
Yep.
but it will get this anyway. And it's considered to be of all levels simultaneously, wherever it is, so it will be counted as a level 3.
Okay. All right, I'm going to choose a level, reveal the top 4 cards of my deck. And I'm going to say level 1. Okay, a couple level 1s. 1 level 1. All right, on to you.
On to me. I got a tough call here. I think I am going to... I'm going to play this Shinog here. So how Shinog works is card is considered as belonging to all 3 clans in the deck, right? So even though it doesn't quite follow the rule of matching yellow, it's considered to be of any clan and therefore can go into the second row there.
Nice. All right, I'm going to play Dark Cultist. It's going to copy any effect in this row. And I'm going to copy this one, which is going to let me draw cards. And I'm going to say level 3.
Okay.
3, 4. Oh, none. Should have said level 1. I thought about saying level 1.
I got to look at my discard pile here before I make a call that could be wrong. Oh. Let me look at that one more time. So you may laugh. That's okay. That's okay. I'm gonna do it. I'm going to play for your Buntu, and I'm gonna do level 3s.
Okay.
I have 5 cards here. I'm revealing 4, right? I know there's a level 3 in here.
And you know which one it is.
I know that it could also be this one. Okay.
You got it.
I got it.
Byung Young Ya.
Byung Hyung Ya. Alright,
Of course you got
these.
Byung Young Ya. Okay. On to me.
Yes.
Okay. I am playing Silac. And each player...
That was a bummer. I'll grab one in a second.
Each player may capture an opposing level 3 card. So I'll capture this one.
Okay.
I do not have any, so you
that.
cannot.
I know, and that was where it was quite a bummer that this was considered ethereal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, here we are. I'm going to play Bun Young Ha. And at the end of my turn, if Ni has been removed from the game, shuffle it into my deck and unlock one of these.
Okay.
And it has.
Yep.
So it is right here. And it gets shuffled into my deck of 2 cards here. So we'll just...
Shuffle them up real good.
Yeah, do one of those.
All right, well, I have 1 card and I cannot play it. So, passing.
Okay. What is our strength at?
12, 16, 20.
So I think I have it. Because I am at...
You're at 10,
23.
15, 23, yep.
So I don't think it matters too much then. I can play this. I can draw a couple cards. Yep. But ultimately we would go to the great battle here.
And I'm at 20. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Yeah, and I'm now at 26.
Yep, so you grab the last token there.
Yes.
And that is GOSU X.
That is GOSU X. So this took about 50 minutes, and that was including me teaching. Yeah. I would say probably a 45-minute playthrough. And I find that to be about average for this game. And I find that personally to be a good length, right?
Yes.
It takes 45 minutes to, I would say, about an hour. Sometimes you do go to the third battle. It kind of depends. A lot of times there's ties. Mm-hmm. I've had a lot in 2 battles. Sometimes you go to that third. But
and I don't think we've seen the getting all of these.
I have not seen a victory through... Actually, I take that back. When I played Joe, he did win by getting his 5th. I can't remember exactly what clans he had. But they're really hard. So we didn't quite... we just kind of brushed over it right there at the end. But I'll kind of switch back here and show you this Byun Young Ha. Every deck has one.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah. And so every deck has a version of this, and it's some immortal being in this universe here. And it's how you unlock these extra activation tokens. And I think that's a really cool thing. I also think that it's pretty cool because they're hard to do. It's not easy. You really have to plan to do it. And I like that.
Yeah, if I would have seen mine actually would have been pretty good for me. It's when you pass first, unlock a thing, right? So I passed first both times. That would have been a good one.
Yeah. But yeah, I like it. I like the way that the decks really do play off each other. Like I had the drawing cards by name in pink, and then getting blue cards, right? Yeah. I had, and I honestly hope nobody thinks I cheated because I didn't. At the end, when I played this purple card here, it's because this one here gets to be of any clan, color, right? So it got to be the pink clan to trigger this. It's really neat. And had I not had the pink clan and I had the red, it would have been totally different. And I do like that.
Every game that you're going to play is going to be completely different because all the clans interact with each other differently.
And they're different because it's the order you draw things, right? Like this game here, I did not draw yellows until later in the game. Yep. Or at least it wasn't my starting. My starting hand were blues and pinks. That became the route that I went, and yellows just ended up being fodder to discard. And that's kind of, I think, really neat. We could probably shuffle up, play this exact same matchup, and it's going to play slightly differently, and there's enough cards to make that happen.
Yeah, and then even just on top of that, the fact that nobody picked Narashima, and we could only have the 5 cards, right? So yeah, just everything about this game changes it up enough to make it different every time.
Yeah, so I think it's a type of game that the more you play, and the more you play with like a specific person or specific group or however, honestly, the more fun and the more
you kind of learn the meta of it, right? Like this one does really well with this clan, and this clan interacts with this one, and you drafted blue, I'm gonna draft, I don't know, I'm just making it up, I'm gonna draft the red, right? Like I know those go against each other. And
absolutely. And I like that you use the term meta, because that's really what it is. Me and you would form an entirely different meta than I would go play with Joe, and it would be, he doesn't.
Yeah,
this
is what Paul does. Why are you doing that?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think that's really cool. I honestly really enjoy this game. I liked the original GOSU, although it was very flawed. I had a lot of nostalgia for it. I think 10 years later, they came out with this. It really is the same gameplay. Ultimately, the same core gameplay, I should say. And I think they did it so much better.
Yeah, it's a great game, and it's one that's definitely going to be hitting the table. Like you said, the more you play it, the better you get at it, and the more fun you're going to have playing it.
Yeah, exactly. But that is all we have for this one. We appreciate you guys watching. As always, please like, comment, subscribe. All those things help us, help our channel grow.
And let us know what you think about the cameras. You are a lot clearer now. Put that down in there. Let us know if you could tell a difference. Let us just whatever you want about the cameras.
Yeah, so we will see you on the next one. Later. Three, two, one. What are we doing for an intro? Is this the intro?
Yeah. Right?
3, 2, 1.